Hello once again, most valued viewer, and welcome back to another development log for SynthVR. It's been a while because I have been extremely busy getting this app ready for release, which is approaching rapidly. We are now entering into closed beta, which means that the final features and the final testing of SynthVR will happen before the app launches for real in the stores. It's been an incredible journey so far working with the community in this sort of open alpha stage that by now has lasted since summer last year. So here's the Steam page, which is extremely cool for me. It's public, but it is not yet available to download. So if you are interested in trying this out on Steam, do reach out to me on Discord and I will see if I have any more beta keys available. If you're an Oculus Quest user and you've previously participated in the alpha, the beta will be available to you on itch.io. So again, if you didn't participate in the alpha but you would like to participate in the beta, do reach out on Discord and I can get you a key for that. Now this is where the fun begins because we have loads of catching up to do on new features, new modules, bunch of stuff that's happened. So I'm just going to launch into the app directly from SteamVR here. Alright, and here we are. You'll notice the environment looks a little bit different, and that is because a bunch of new customization options have been enabled. If you go to settings, you'll now see a bunch of different things. You can do what you used to be able to do. You can clear your session, etc. You can save and load into slots. You now have player settings, so if you want to adjust your height, if you loaded a patch where someone was standing and you're sitting, then you can adjust your height here. There is a new option for snap turning, so I can select my number of degrees, 15, I prefer 30. You can also do smooth snap turning, but that makes me dizzy, I don't like it. You can turn the spectator cam on and off, so I just turned it off now. And that'll save you a bit of rendering if you're in need of that. And then we have some knob sensitivity options here as well. For the environment, you'll notice that you can now change a bunch of things about it. So the first thing we have is the skybox option. And this is the skybox that you're used to. This is the synthwave skybox. And you'll usually have it something like this. Yeah. We now have, I'm just going to switch to white fog, but we now have several skyboxes. We have this one. Then we have this one that I've called it chill. And it's just a nice purpley red gradient. Very relaxed skybox. We have gray, so if you just prefer something quite dark and gray. This one doesn't have any texture to it. And then we have void, and that's just completely black. There is nothing there. We can adjust the fog color as well, so we can do green fog or pink or blue. And I'm going to do white because I like that with this layout here. You notice that we can also now change the line colors. So I'm going to change the environment line colors. White, green, pink, blue, etc. And we also have black as an option. We can also change the background of the wireframe exterior. Blue, pink, green, and some of these are very bright in VR. But it's fun, you know, I like this. This is a fun look, although maybe a bit disturbing when you're working. I'm just going to spawn a speaker. You see the speakers and also the recs follow this color scheme. I can change those. I can make the lines gray or black. I can make green, pink, blue. I like white for this. And instead of black, I like dark gray. Okay, that's environment. You notice you also have audio settings, and this will depend on your platform. You can now change the master volume. If it's not loud enough, you can turn it up. And you can also change the buffer size. So this is if you have a lot of work going on and it starts crackling and popping, then you will be able to actually adjust this buffer size, give your PC a little more time to do all the processing work that is needed. But for PCVR users, you will enjoy being able to adjust this now. We have Discovery enabled now. What's Discovery? Well, this is a server where you can share and load patches. It works like this. If you have a code, let's do 0059, I can load that. There we go. And you can see we are all set. I have loaded a patch that I created earlier, and I can go here to start it up. Okay, you can also browse at random. So if you're just looking for some inspiration, press random, and we loaded something. And you know, we can go explore. Looks like we need a different height setting for this. There we go. Cool. So I'm going. Let's load another random one. See what we get. Nice. And now I'm very, I'm not tall enough. Let's go like that. Cool. If we did something cool, maybe we loaded something off of here. And you know, I've made a cool change. This is my change. It's a resonance version. Okay, well, I can share it. Here we go. Patch uploaded 0072. Anyone can load up 0072. And if I want to just give this patch to a friend, I tell him, go into SynthVR, load patch number 72. And let's see. Yep. And then, you know, your friend might go in and they'll be like, make another change. Not all this resonance. They want to do something else. They go share, confirm. 1, 2, 3, 0073. And here we are. That's discovery. What else can we do? We can do a lot. We can record now. We have 3 recording modes. First one is POV, point of view. There's some information here. Point of view basically records a WAV file with the exact same audio as you are hearing in your headset. So we can go to record and we can do POV. We see currently recording, we see how long we've been recording. Recording started, okay, good. Another thing you might want to do is you might want to make a patch where, let's say you have something going to the speakers and you have something going to stereo out. So let's say that I was making something like the drum is going to my stereo out, but the clock, I'm actually going to split that. So the clock is going to trigger this. But maybe, you know, I accidentally turned down the volume or something. I want for some debugging. I want to sort of check out with the speaker, like what's coming out of my clock. You know, you want to preview a signal or audition it like a DJ, but you don't want this going on your recording. Well, the mode you'll want here, let's do this, it's called stereo only. So if I record stereo only, the only thing that will get recorded is what goes in here, the stereo out, which is nothing right now. If I turn it up, okay, this is the drum, it's going to go in here. But if I hook this up, this won't go in my recording. The final one, and my favorite one, is the multi-channel mode. And in order to do that, we are going to go back to this patch here, our little techno patch. In multi-channel mode, we're going to record the stereo out, if there is one, but we're also going to record each of these speakers individually as a mono wave file without spatialization. So what that means is that I can mix this entire patch down. I have a reverb speaker there and a reverb speaker there, a drum speaker and a drum speaker, and then a synth speaker. And I can mix all of those down individually. I can bring them into Ableton Live, Logic Pro, whatever you want. So, and it works the exact same way. You start the recording. Okay, and stop recording. So all of this delay stuff that I just did will only go on this one wave file recorded by this one speaker. I'll have a separate reverb track and a separate drum track. So that's something very neat about the multi-channel recording. You can go and mix this in your DAW of choice. Other than that, we have a bunch of new modules to work with. So I just showed you this. This is just the drums. And this is a drum sampler with some excellent samples created by Peter Nogo, a former colleague of mine and a good friend. And we can play samples. Alright, so we have like a full kit here. We can control things like pitch. If we want to, we can control the transient. So this is the attack in the beginning of the sample. That makes it softer. And that makes it clickier. We can adjust the length. Okay, we can also adjust the starting time. And of course, all of these are modulatable. Another just module we have is the LFO, and we can use the LFO to modulate, for example, the pitch. Okay, we can choose waveforms, etc. Let's do prime pattern now. This is a sort of model on IntelliGel Metropolis. It's inspired by that, which in turn is inspired by a different sequencer. The idea here is that prime pattern has up to 8 pulses per step. Okay, 1 pulse per step, fast clock driving it. Now I'm going to increase the number of pulses per step for this one. So this one lasts 2 pulses now. 4. Okay, so what can we do with that? Maybe we can do 3, 2, 3. And we skip the last 2 steps. I like it. We can use the pitch. We can control something with that. Increase the range of the pitch. Let's use 2 prime patterns. Okay, is I have something called an end of signal trigger. And the end of signal trigger, I'm going to use that to restart this second sequencer. We run through the sequence, and then when we get to the end here, it runs the second one because it triggers with the end of sequence. Okay, I'm going to take this one's end of sequence and I'm going to put that back into restart for this. So now we will see whoop, and then it's going to restart this. So now we've linked 2 patterns together to produce a longer pattern. That's pretty cool, right? And we can do as many of these as we want. Alright, so that's prime pattern. We also have utility modules like just noise, and this will output 2 different types of noise. You can set the level, white noise, or you can do colored noise. If you haven't seen it before, this is Prime Filter. It's a Moog style ladder filter, and it's got a new faceplate made by Javier, who you can meet on the Discord server. We can feed some noise through it to listen to it. It's got resonance. You can mix. Alright, you can drive it. You can set the slope. And you can change the filter modes. High pass. Band pass. Loads that you can do with this, and you can also modulate the mix, you can modulate the frequencies, really cool, and an awesome new faceplate as well. So try that out. We also have stuff like Prime Mix, and Prime Mix is a matrix mixer, so it's a 4x4 matrix mixer. Well, each of these are going to get mixed down to each of these outputs. So if I plug this into my speaker now, I hear a mix of these two sources. Okay, I turn down my oscillator. Okay, I hear just noise. I turn down noise. I hear just nothing. Okay, send output A to my left speaker here. Oop, there we go. And output B to my right speaker. Very good. And now I can mix how much noise goes in left. All right. How much noise goes in right. I can boot up Prime Space, as you can see, also with an awesome new faceplate. And let me just plug in output C into Prime Space. I have a reverb send, basically. So like if I have this hooked up now, alright, I have my dry signal coming out here. And then I have my reverb send. So that's cool. And I can route this in a number of different ways. Another good one is Prime Echo. This is an echo unit. Alright. What can we do with an echo unit? Well, let's take this noise signal again. Let's feed this into the echo. Let's feed the echo out to speaker. Yeah? There we go. And I'm gonna send some noise to the echo now. It's an echo. Simple as that, right? An interesting option I have with Prime Echo is I have this color dial. So if I set the color very low, you can hear the echo gradually darken. If I set it high, you can hear the echo gradually brighten. That makes for some nice effects. I can do very high feedback. I can do unlimited feedback, which makes for some interesting effects. Now, the final thing that's really fun about Prime Echo is that I have a send and return. So I can send the echo, so noise goes here, then echo goes in filter and comes back. So the echo gets filtered and then comes back and then goes out and then cycles around and goes back into the filter, etc. And it makes for some very cool effects. So let me just try, and I do the filter with mix on 0, so I don't hear the filter at all. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix in the filter. This is a lot of fun. If you want to make a multi-tap echo, you can actually, this is a little bit advanced. We have a lot of feedback going on. You can actually send this echo into another echo and feed it back. Interesting effects. Oh my god, I love this so much. It's really just amping up now. All of the modules, each new module sort of multiplies the things that you can do in SynthVR by an enormous amount. In case I made something cool, I can make a note. I can press the note, and I can use this keyboard. If I have a computer, I can use my computer keyboard as well. But I can maybe, I can put some info about this. Cool delay chain. Perfect. Cool delay chain. That's what I wanted. And these save with my patch as well, so if you want to explain to other people what you're doing, that's a good way to do it. Final thing I'm excited about is universe. What is universe? Well, universe is a way of using control voltage or using signals in SynthVR to control the universe, to be master of the universe. Take the LFO, okay, patch that in. Something here. Oh. Our LFO is controlling the skybox. You control the fog in the skybox, the height of the fog, you can control the color, you can control the overall density of the fog. So here I'm getting denser and denser fog, and it's fun. It feels like a light show. And let me show you a patch that makes use of universe. This is something that I made. I'm pretty happy with it. So you see the universe is animated. Everything works. The beta is live. It's on Steam, it's on itch.io. Go and participate. Or if you prefer to wait for the release, go and wishlist it on Steam. That would be completely awesome. I hope this was not too messy. I hope it was a good introduction to what's happened since last time. And I hope to see you around.